Hey everybody, and thanks for watching I Make Bad Films. The last episode that I put out is a new concept that I came up for stop motion, and it's based on Dungeons & Dragons, so I'll be following the rules of Dungeons & Dragons. As you're aware, if you're into Dungeons & Dragons, the die rolls control everything. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to stay true to role-playing, and we're going to use these figurines and models and other landscape and terrain and so on as the representation, the visual representation of the story itself. There are some spoilers in here, so if you haven't seen the episode, please go back and watch it and come back here so we can go ahead and discuss what's going on. I do make everything. There are some things that I buy, but the concept here is that I want to try and make and paint as much as possible. So I am using a 3D printer, and I'm going to put some Amazon links below that they do help me out. So if you're going to buy these things anyway, or you just want to go through the links and see what I'm using to do all of this, I would encourage you to do that. So those will be down below. I do get a small percentage from those. I am paying for all of this out of my own pocket, so it would help me out if you buy through those. Thank you very much, and thank you in advance. Moving along. Spoiler alert, we will be talking about a little bit of what's happening and what's to come. So if you haven't seen the Chapter 1 yet, Episode 1, go ahead and watch that and then come back here so we can discuss. Okay, moving along. The story starts out, Vag had Pride Spear. He is in an old cavern, or relic, let's say, ruins even. And he has taken this over as a small base, temporary base, and he has his right-hand man, Drago Pride Spear, come in with 4 orcs to address what's going on and what the status is. Vaghad's not happy. He wants the outpost sacked so they can move the tribe, the war tribe, into the village that this outpost is looking out for. So he personally sends Drago in. Drago notifies him and says, listen, I sent some orcs in there, but the outpost was manned, so perhaps if we send a orc army in there, or what we have at least, into this outpost, then we can take them out while they're hunting. So the big warriors, the tough guys that protect this outpost normally, they all go out and hunt at a certain time. Drago's spies know this, and Drago suggests, let's attack, which is exactly what they do. Now, Drago also has a right-hand man or right-hand woman. This is another female orc. She's based on a first-level fighter. She's not a first-level fighter completely. She's been chopped down a little bit, and she's been given some orc stats and orc bonus actions and the great axe and your typical orc, but she's a little bit tougher. Drago is based on a third-level fighter and similar. He's a little bit stronger than a regular orc, but he is an orc leader, so he needs to be tough. The village, as you see, there were 6 warriors there. 4 fighters. They are NPC based on humans with some weapons, so they're, when I say fighter, they're not first level fighters. These are your typical town guards, let's call them, of a village. So 2 swordsmen, 2 spearmen, and 2 bow ladies. And they are ill-equipped to take on the orcs that raid. So Drago's plan works. He slaughters all of them, he sacks the outpost, and they leave behind accidentally one of the guards who fakes his own death, only to be found later by the main characters. Now, I will be showing the main characters after this in a 360 image, so you can see the paint work. I'm not an expert painter by any means, but I do want you to see what I've done. And if you have any tips or tricks, please feel free to share those, and hopefully I can continue to improve on those. So I do make everything myself, and there are a few things that I buy, and again, those Amazon links will be below, including the 3D printer I use to print these things. Now, next episode is going to show the follow-up to where this one left off, which is where our 3 main characters find a guard who's clinging onto life. He ends up giving them some clues and hints as to what happened before he dies, along with 3 healing potions. The 3 main characters, one of them is a draconic barbarian. His name is Balasar Belarrak, and he is based on the blue dragon, so lightning breath weapon. You've got Salzan, who is your wizard, typical human wizard, and you've got Afinian Moon, who is your wood elf Rogue. So that's where we start out, and again I'll be showing those. We will be following up on this shortly, so I hope you guys enjoy and have a great day. Thanks again for watching.